Hey guys, this is Colby here with By Nature. You guys also might know me as Canyon. Today I'm going to be doing a one-take kind of thought process about the video about my experience at the Greenville Regional over here. I'm going to talk about my performance, the deck choice I made, why I made that deck choice, and what's going to be happening going forward, because this is honestly the first video I've got to make on this channel. Just being as good feeling as I have been recently, I wanted to get kind of started and trying to branch out and do something different. The deck choice I ended up making was Voiceless. Voiceless was actually pretty alright during this format. It just feels like it's the second best not fire deck. The first best probably being Branded because of gimmick puppet locking, Agito lock, not Agito, the Ido lock and whatever other kind of like unplayable locks that you can put other people in. Some people are actually even splashing Branded to make Voiceless better than what it actually is, which just lets you do Sanctifier and go into Jowgen. Kind of just prevents your opponent from doing anything. I decided to play the pure version. The reason why I decided to go pure over the Branded thing was mostly just because I'm not a big fan of Branded. I don't really enjoy the play style of it, and I just didn't want to have to rely on insulating my combo to do anything. So I kind of just stayed with pure. My deck list was a little unconventional. I'll explain my deck choices and why I chose the way I did, and then I'll go over my matchups, and we'll go over what caused me to win, what caused me to lose, and just hop in. Deck choice wise, I love this deck. It's actually super fun. But deck list, you have to play 3 low. This is your 1-card starter. This just kind of gets you anywhere. It's not ashable because it just places things on field, places itself on field. Feels good. Places a barrier, which we'll talk about later, or the trap, continuous trap, which is also super solid. Does get you to any play that you need to make. It feels great. Love it. Love this card. The other one is 3 Saphira. Saphira is a super great card. What it gets to do is you can discard it for cost, and then it dumps and adds. You can add a ritual monster. Usually you're dumping Prayer, and then adding Skull Guardian. Skull Guardian's your #1 card to go into. With this, when it's in grave, you can actually use it as your ritual spell. Pretty much, you just kind of banish it and then use things on field and in hand to get your ritual monster out. Great card. One rule that was really weird is hearing that if someone like Bisiel's that crows it on the discard, you can't add. That's not how this works. That's a questionable judge call that we got here, but no, absolutely not. I really hate this card right now. This is Saravis, the old man. The card's great. Don't get me wrong. It's a quick effect ritual summon from hand or deck. It bounces itself back to hand. You get the other Saravis, the ancient, ascended, descendant, whatever, and or you can get Skull Guardian. It's just this card. Honestly, it just keeps showing up in my hand. I've never been more upset about something just popping up more often. This is a worse one of than Sunseed Twin, and I love that deck, and this just hurts every single time. The other 2 things, your ritual monsters. Here's your Saravises. These cards are great. If they target something with an effect such as SP, Book of Moon, Imperm, whatever, you can discard this and it goes to grave, and then it negates that. If you have on field, it's like a Solemn Warning on an inherent summon, such as a Link Summon or anything like that. You just turn it back to hand, and then you can use it as a hand trap after that. It's pretty good, pretty helpful. Came up quite a few times. You run 2 Skull Guardians. Deck's good. The card's good. It gives you an Omni Negate. Also searches on summon, so you usually, if you're lucky enough, you can go to Tribute Summon. You'll use low as your tribute cost, because you can use low as the entirety. Pitch low, and you can do chain 1, chain 2. This will special itself out. You can't get Ash anymore on this ad. Usually on this ad, I was adding Saravis or sometimes the trap if I had everything if I just had straight gas already. Again, this whole entire deck just kind of feels so good. Just like a mid-range deck I just really enjoy. You play 2 of the prayers. I just feel like this is like the standard amount. I haven't seen 3. I haven't seen anyone playing 1. I just feel like that would be a little too much. Super solid card has a really great grave effect where I had someone super poly my board away, and this effect, it banishes itself for cost, and then it specials from deck another ritual monster. Feels pretty good. Your other things, so you're gonna be like searching, placing with low. It's gonna be 3 barrier. Play 3. Some people play 2. I am thinking about playing 2 because I kind of brick on this card quite a bit. My luck is not that great. But while you control low and a light ritual monster, your opponent cannot target ritual monsters for attack. Your opponent can only target ritual monsters for attacks, but it cannot target light cards with the effects of things. During your phase, you can add 1 voiceless card or 1 Skull Guardian ritual monster from your deck to your hand. It's pretty good. Honestly, I've seen 2 or 3, and not 2. I've seen like 2 of these in my hand pretty often recently, and I'm honestly thinking about cutting it down to 2. Really just like place it, then just open it up every single time. But it's a good card nonetheless. On that, the trap is absolutely wild. I love this thing. Whenever you have a prayer, the prayer in grave or prayer in hand or ritual monster in grave such as Theravis, whatever, you can just shuffle it back, and then you can add or special depending on what kind of monster it is. There was at one point in one of my matches, I used this. They cleared low off my field. I shuffled back Theravis and grave, grabbed low, special low, so I had my Omni plus a 4100 attack monster. It was pretty good. For consistency pieces, a lot of people already know you need to play the 3 fairies, the good old diviners. It's like your standard thing. It kind of you want this, you can send Herald, send anything for disruption if you want. If you tribute it, it can special itself back. There were some times where I would use this to even make me a Baron, like just for fun, really. After using this card, it just never felt better. I absolutely love this. It just reminds me of my good old Drytron days whenever I was playing that more often. I won't lie though, it is like a Imperm target, Veiler, hand job galore, really. But there was a few times where Trias, Hierarchia, I'm gonna butcher this name every single time. Using this effect, for cost, you tribute. Love it. So it'd be like this in hand, normal this. You go effect of this, will like Veiler, you're like nope. And then you still get his Resolver effect, and he just ripped a card out of their hand for no reason. And then this comes back. Alright, no, you can get this back. You can special from the deck, and it's like a level 2 or lower. It's usually low. So you go from here, get low out, and just go off. I played a obscene amount of hand traps this format. I played 3 Veilers. Like, these were fine. They came up every single game. It was great. 3 Veilers, 3 Ash. It's okay. I'll be honest. It's like an okay thing. It's just like a small interruption. During against like, let's say like rogue matchups that I ended up having, it came up more, but it's okay. I played 1 Magma Hut. I feel like this is a need now in this deck because you can just search any dragon, or like if you have Saphira Engrave, you can just get Saphira back, whatever you want. But using this is so solid, so good. I've never been happier and seeing this card every single hand almost. Questionable choice today at this tournament ended up being my friend Jordan said that it was a terrible call. I disagree. I played 2 lane 2. I just played 2 because I could only find 2. I would have played 3 if I could have played 3. My thought process on this was just strictly because of once Fire King goes like, not Fire King, Snake Eye starts to just go full combo, they try to design it to your entire board, do all that fun stuff. If they get this land, just go do the effect, I'll just toss this. I'm sorry. Like I don't want my board to be banished. In the mirror match, this card goes ham. Like this is so solid. Because they dump Saphira, you chain this, Great. They can't. Now ritual summon using that card. You have possibly cut off their only way to your interaction on that. I had a time where someone went to evenly me, Lantia, it never disappointed. It was such a good card. There was at one point I was 50, I think it was like 50 damage off of like just OTKing somebody, and I tribute normal summoned a Lancia over a Diviner to get that extra damage, and the Diviner came back. It was so sick. The other hand traps I played 2 Ghost Mourners. It's okay. The burn never came up, nothing like that. It didn't really help me out overall, except for against like a Salad player, but that was just once. Nib, it's an okay thing. I think Nib has such a good high impact. I think it has a better impact than Droll. Droll really just seems like it does nothing. This format, it's kind of upsetting. I like the card, just feels like it does not enough. But Nib is a 1-card stopper sometimes. Love it. Other hand traps played, played way too many. I played 17. Infinite Impermanence. The card's crazy. Card's fine. Super solid. There was at one point I probably could have beat the Salad player that I went against if this would have resolved correctly. But they played better than me. Won't lie. They wanted everything more than I did. This was good. Came up probably every other game, except against a Trap 6 player. The other cards I played, 3 preps. This card goes off so hard. It's Ashbait if you play the branded version. If sometimes it's Ashbait just to get through things. One of my matchups, this helped me break a board, and I'll explain what happened after I get to that point. And the MVP of the day, I'll be honest with you, Instant Fusion. Barrier protects all your lights, right? This is Barrier at home. Barrier at home is go good. You get to go into Mud Dragon. Mud Dragon came up so much. We had Mud Dragon. We also had Millennium Eyes. That came up too. This card put in so much work, and I'm honestly so thankful that Trey recommended me playing it. I really appreciated that. The other part of the deck list, we'll go with the extra deck real quick. I kind of have it broken down a little bit on like between links and all that. So link wise, I'll put the main 3. We'll do 3 at a time. We got Relinquished Anima. Go into Millennium Eyes, effect to suck something up, and then go into take this, go into Anima to grab one of their monsters. Fantastic. This came up probably just once. SP came up once. It was alright, just didn't feel like it was doing enough. I would honestly, I don't know, this is like a universal good card. I don't have really any idea what else I would put. Dynamundo's pretty alright. If you go into this, I feel like I'm just being greedy. If I go into this, I lose the bell. If I go into this, go to activate effect to activate bell, I'm like, well, I'm in danger. That doesn't work. The others are like standards. We went IP, Dark, and the Black Luster Soldier. Never went into it, I'll be honest with you. Didn't go into this at all, didn't go into this at all, and didn't go into this at all. It's kind of disappointing, but I understand why I played them. Dark kind of gets you out of like some sticky situations, helps you link climb, get some extra advantage. This can help you break some boards, doing some effects. It just has unique. It's just unique. I haven't got to actually do it yet though. The last link we played was Underworld. It's pretty alright. I'm gonna be honest with you. Just sucking up another person's board. Just never felt better. Ever. Again, we play 3 fusions here. This one for Diviner. This is just to get you an extra body off the board. Mud Dragon, instant fusion. This is going to be a hand negate for like Droll, Ash, whatever. Again, extra pop, target protection. Chaos Angel, Baron, and Herald are your only synchros. I'll be honest. Made this once to help me clear a lab board. That was pretty good. This came up twice. It was really funny. Then on 2 Omni Negates, like I had double evenly in hand, and he just scooped. Herald Arclight, every single time I had Diviner, I just pitch this and go off from there. 2 XZs, never made them, just I feel like I should have at one point. You have Typhon, you have Sky Thunder. It's pretty good, Zeus is solid. Typhon, never made it. I kind of wish I did. It would have probably helped me out, probably more, and I just never had a reason to make it. And now, I'm moving on by it. My only choices after this ended up being, for side deck wise, was Drolls. Drolls are solid against like rogue matchups, but I didn't feel like I was going to do rogue matchups the entirety of the tournament. Little do I know, I'm going against the fucking gauntlet. It's whatever. It's fine. They came up, they were alright. I kind of wish that they would have came up more, but they never seemed to actually help me out. 1 extra Druid Worm, kind of wish I ran 2 more, so I could just have 3 Bestials in hand, in deck, just in case. I played 3 Evenlies. People weren't really expecting this for some reason. Really enjoyed it though. It was a good card. Again, summon limit. Again, I feel like every deck on Floodgates is kind of annoying, so I had to join them. Recently I let an opponent like go full, like get 2 Pearlies out, and I was like, cool. So we're just not gonna do this anymore. Okay. Other deck cards I played was just back row hate. It was just 3 Cosmics, 1 Duster. Cosmic came up so much, and I loved it every single match. Having this come up against Traptrix was hilarious when he flipped Anti-Spell and I just Cosmic'd it. He judgmented me, and I was like, that's a little rude. But I had a second one in hand, I had it set for a turn, and then when I flipped it back up, it was just kind of like OTK afterwards. Still ended on a Baron, so that was nice. For in-time cards, so I was coping so hard with Spooky Dogwoods. This should have been anything else. This should have been Bestials, this should have been even crossouts, this should have been something. This is talents, whatever. Only regret was putting this card in. There was no reason. Never came up, never saw it. That's on me, it's variance, it is what it is. I've kind of been talking a lot, but it's fine. My matchups ended up, I went X3 drop after round 8. My round 9 was on Snake Eyes. We kind of just like looked at each other's hands, and he said he could play through mine. But it's fine. Let's see, round 1 I lost against a good friend of mine from locals. He was on Voiceless Voice. He knew my list and I knew his, and that was just it. I opened up Unplayable twice. It was pretty solid. It's about breaking on hand traps. Round 2 went against Traptrix, 1-2-0. Round, trying to think, like, he won die roll, but I ended up just breaking his board, doing normal voiceless things. Game 2, he went first at 4, had Sarah and Rafflesia on field, passed, and I opened Cosmic, Low, Diviner, Prayers, Drew into Skull Guardian. So it was like perfect storm of things. Round 3 was Lab. Had a really weird call by a judge saying that the attack gain on Skull Guardian to boost it up to 4100 was a activate effect. That's a lie. That's inherent. It's not how that works. But because of that, I was able to beat over the board. Round 4 was Rescue Ace. Love that guy. The guy was super calm, super nice, super interesting. Really enjoyed playing against him. I won game 1, lost game 1, couldn't really do anything. Went to game 2, I did full combo, just did whatever. He can't target anything. He scoops it up. We have like 7 minutes left. Go to game 3. After we like pile shuffled, we have like 2 minutes left or something like that. And then he set 1 and passed because he broke down double Turbulence, triple Imperm, and double Imperm, and I think it was like not emergency. God, I don't remember the thing of it. But I normaled something. My hand was like barrier something, instant fusion, whatever, and I ended up using barrier, went low, He didn't target anything, and I just attacked with low at battle phase and just won by 50. Round 5, a Centurion. This guy was really nice. I really liked playing against him. I felt really, really, really bad playing against him though. Right before we sat down to play, he said he didn't enjoy playing against Voiceless, and I rolled, I think, a 1 higher than he did. I could choose to go first, and I look at my hand, I'm like, I was like, you're gonna hate me. I was so sorry, and I just like went and did my normal thing. He seemed a little upset. He told me he didn't play Calamity because he didn't want to be that guy. And I have so much respect for that guy. I have so much respect for him, but maybe just play Calamity until he gets banned. If it does. It's a good card. After that, went against Ubel, lost. I have no idea what those cards do. That's on me. Had zero clue. Got stomped like nobody's business. Then I went against a really nice guy from Goo Gaming. I don't remember his name, and I'm sorry. He was on Horse Adventure, and you know, Skill Drain's one hell of a card. Love that card, but it's like one hell of a card to go into a full board on. Game 2, I think I ended up winning. When we went to game 3, he went first, did full board. His end board was like Hope Harbinger, Galaxy Photon Lord, Adventure Token, and Griffin with like 3 set. And I opened it was like evenly Imperm, pre-prep, something. That ended up breaking his board because of pre-prep. Ended up baiting out Hope Harbinger and then imperming the Griffin and then just going straight into battle, blowing up his board, just full comboing after that, and just he couldn't do anything. Winning at Salad, they played through Nib. I had no idea they played through Nib so hard, and at no point did I ever think about also using Droll or anything really. Just did not see any good hand traps or anything against them other than Nib, and I just never nibbed in the right spot, I guess. Other than that, after that I dropped, and then that was about it. Overall, I feel like Voiceless is in a great spot in this format. I think there's so much you can do in it. I'm testing small worlds. I'm testing pros. I'm even retrying the branded list, and I honestly feel like the deck's solid. I would probably give it like an 8 out of 10. It's super intuitive. It's easy to learn on the fly. Again, I only played this deck for like maybe 6 hours, if that, before this tournament. Learning this deck has been such a blast, and I hated this format beforehand. I dreaded going into these bigger tournaments with it, but I've never felt better about playing a different deck since they've like destroyed my plants, sadly. I want to say thank you to everybody at the By Nature squad. I'm sorry this seems a little rushed and just a rough video because I have no idea what I'm doing. But I want to say thank you to the By Nature crew. That's Jimmy, Trey, Dean, Jordan, Gwen, Andrew, and everybody else. We have 2 sponsors I'm big fans of. We have Smart Tcg and Grim Accessories. They've been a absolute blessing and good supporters of the friends. And maybe one day we'll have, who knows, like one of those like nice promo codes. Help us out. Help us get there. Help support the homies. Let us get there. And we'll continue grinding as much as we can. Maybe make them proud this next time. Have a few online regionals coming up that I'm probably going to play in. Just let's get that invite again. You know what I'm saying? I've missed it once. I want to do it again. Also, shout out to Invader Hub, who's been getting all my cards for me. He's a homie. And also shout out to Toon Gaming and the deck box, where we go to locals every single chance we get. I do appreciate you guys for tuning in.